Adam and Eve. The Heavenly Father, the Heavenly Father had an expectation of it. But he didn't follow that expectation. So I'm asking you a question. So did anybody else fall under that expectation of Adam? Anybody else? Or was it just given to Adam? Right? Yeah, absolutely. So
almost I have to get between this camera so I can hear.
You mentioned Adam, right?
Excuse me.
Second Ezra 6:54. Read on. Second Ezra 6:54. Listen up now. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all. Of him come we all. Go ahead. And the people also whom thou hast chosen.
Up on the wall. Where's your sword?
On the wall. It's here, 16:11. Where's your quote?
Look, it's out.
Because people say that these 14 books were extracted out of the Bible. So we're going to take the Bible that has the apocrypha in it to plead for your satisfaction.
Second Ezra, chapter 6, verse 54. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all.
So we all come of Adam, right? Right? Go ahead.
And the people also whom thou hast chosen.
And the people also whom thou hast chosen, the children of Israel. So everybody come of Adam and the children of Israel. Go ahead.
And it reads, all this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes.
The Lord said through Ezra, you made the world for our sakes. He was a Levite. Okay, read on.
As for the other people, which also come of Adam.
As for the other people, which also come of Adam, read on.
Thou hast said that they are nothing.
Thou hast said that they are nothing. That's what the Lord said. Okay? As for the other people that also come out of Adam, if you're not an Israelite, then the Lord considers you as nothing. Listen, the Lord has a chosen people. The Lord has a chosen vine. He has a chosen vine, right? Chosen lily, chosen bird. So that,
and yet I believe I've been grafted into that.
You believe you have been. You believe it, but you've been taught wrong, and that's why we're here to teach you the correct understanding of the Bible. That's it. Now, who else had a question? You had a question? What was your question? You got a question? I'm gonna hand it over. Go ahead, brother. You got
My
it.
question was in Romans 1:16, and it says salvation is first to the Jew and then to the Gentile. I was just wondering how you explain that.
We'll break it down crystal clear for you.
Can I ask this? Are you guys like what is this?
Christian University.
What is it?
A Christian college.
So we go to
Oh my goodness!
You guys come to the right place. You know what Proverbs 20:24 says? Man's goings are of the Lord. How then can man understand his own way? The Lord brought you here for a reason.
Right. So can we go? What's it? Romans 1:16.
1:16. I think 17.
Sorry, my fault. No, you're fine.
Romans 1:16, right? Then somebody hold Romans the 9th chapter. Somebody hold John 7:35.
Loading up. Loading up.
Let's hurry up because they're going to be leaving.
Yeah.
I got 9. So what's this one?
Romans 1:16. Alright. For I am not ashamed of the gospel of Christ, for it is the power of God unto salvation to everyone that believeth, to the Jew first and also the Greek.
To the Jew first and also the Greek, right? So there's an other. Give me Galatians 3:28.
Hold it high.
Galatians 3:28. There's another couple of them that's word like
Galatians.
no, you guys.
Galatians 3:8.
3:28.
3:28. Galatians 3 verse 28. There is neither Jew nor Greek. There is neither bond nor free. There is neither male nor female.
Right. So now it says there is neither Jew nor Greek. So my first question is, right? Are Jews and Greeks the only people that can be saved by the Lord?
Jews and Greeks.
Right, Jews and Greeks. So what about like Edomites, like an Indian? What about them?
They're included.
They're included in the Greek part or the Jew part?
Greek. And the ways.
Okay, so here's what I want to say. So when you go to this word Greek, right, there's other words that say Gentile, right? Those words, when you go back, you guys are in college, so you understand what I'm saying. When you go back to those words, you'll get the word gentilis for Gentile, right, which is a word that means, no, Gentile is a word that means stranger, right? So you have there's a classification of Gentiles, right? You have those who are Gentiles because they were born of the other nations. And then you have those that are Gentiles that were born Israelites that are practicing those other customs of those other nations. And you have to understand which one is talking about, right? Because when in the scriptures hold on one second, let me make this one point, and then I'll give it to you. In the scriptures you get the word, when you see the word Greek, you get the word Hellenist, right? When you get that word Hellenist, and those are Jews who spoke a Greek language. So those people are being called Gentiles as well. So you gotta be able to know the difference. But go ahead.
Yes, I mean, almost.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I understand what you guys are saying. So what you guys are saying is that those 12 tribes right here on this sign are the only ones that have the possibility of salvation.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so just getting back to what I was saying earlier.
No. We are saying. Go ahead.
So you're saying he was talking to the Greeks, right? And Paul was using that as a means of explaining the Gentiles in the current context, right? Are you saying that not all? You're saying you can be born of Israel, the nation, but not be of Israel?
Yeah. Because you have to understand biblical history.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
So,
I agree.
so all you guys know
Hey guys,
this.
we have to start boarding our buses. If you guys can go find all of your overalls, and then we're gonna head back to boarding, okay?
Right, so I mean, we'll be out here. So what you have to understand is, in biblical history, you had the children of Israel. They left the land for whatever reason, right? So you had slavery, you had wars, you had all of these different things that made the children of Israel go to other lands. That's why I wanted that in Maccabees. Right? Yeah, hit me with that first. Matter of fact, go to James 1:1 again. James 1:1 again. No problem. Right? I didn't know there was a Christian college. I didn't know there was a such thing. I didn't know there was a such thing. Like a whole college just for Christianity. That's amazing.
James chapter 1 verse 1.
Yeah, there's only one bus here. All these things ain't gonna fit on one bus.
Hey, that was Satan.
Yeah.
That was Satan. That was Satan. That was Satan.
Yeah, I'm mad as hell right now.
This is James chapter 1 verse 1.
Right. See, can somebody pull it up in the blue letter? James 1:1. Somebody please. James 1:1. I want the people that went to the Christian college, they're not even getting on the bus. They're not even listening to the instructions. And that bus is full. That bus is full. That bus is full, and they still standing there.
They messing with their money, huh?
Yeah. Give me James 1:1.
James chapter 1 verse 1.
This is important. I know he knows James 1:1. I can see it in his eye.
James,
1:1.
James, a servant of God
Right.
and of the Lord Jesus Christ,
Yep.
to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting.
To the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting, right? So when you go to Christian college, one thing that you got to do when you're in college for Christianity, you got to be able to go back to the words, right? So when you see that word scattered, what you're going to get is the word diaspora or diaspora, however you want to pronounce it. I'm sure there's people out here that are fluent in Greek because it's Christian college. So it's when you say diaspora, right, it means to be dispersed or to be scattered, right? Now, why were they scattered? There was all kinds of reasons. You had slavery, right? You had work opportunities, just like today. I'm here in Massachusetts because my parents found a job here in Massachusetts, so we came here. I'm from upstate New York, so that's not a new thing. That happened in history. So job opportunities, slavery, war, all of these things are reasons for the children of Israel to go into these other nations, right? And when you're dispersed into another nation, and you've been there for decade upon decade upon decade upon decade, what happens, right? If I happen to, me and my family, we happen to come here to Massachusetts, and let's say they spoke a different language here, we would have to learn the language so that we can communicate with the people. If you move to France, you ain't gonna be able to go there speaking English. It might behoove you to take a French class, right? It might behoove you to start getting into French customs so you can know where you are. And this is what happened to the children of Israel. The children of Israel, they were scattered in these other places for all of these different reasons, and they started practicing other customs. And those who stayed in the land, the Israelites, the Jews that stayed in the land, they were upset by that. They were upset about the people who left the land for whatever reason they left the land, practicing these other customs. Give me what's that? Where it says, "Ye were Gentiles carried away unto